Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video we're going to be going over how to turn any picture you want into a cover in like 5 minutes. Alright, so I'm going to be using this picture of Summers and Yeats. Yeah, so I'm just going to be showing you guys how to actually turn any picture without doing any fancy effects or anything like that. I'm just going to try how to do basic shit, kind of get a nice look out of it. What you want to do first of all is you want to go ahead and add a gradient map. Now, before you add a gradient map, you want to go ahead and make sure that these two little buttons down here, you want to make sure you press D, and it's going to select these black and white. So let me just show you guys. So for example, if you have it on red, if you just press D, it will reset it and put it to black and white, and you need that to actually go ahead and use the gradient map. So once you have your black and white gradient map, you want to make sure the black is on this side and the white is on this side, and if it's reversed, just hit reverse and it will reverse it. Now what you want to do is you want to go ahead, go to the blend mode, which is this normal button here. Click that. You want to go to overlay, and most of the time just leaving it at that will be good, but you can adjust the opacity as well to get a different look depending on your image. But for this image, it's already pretty like dark, I guess, so it looks nice. Next thing you want to do is you want to go down here, this little button for the adjustments, by the way, if you guys are wondering. So you just want to hit that, go to curves. You just want to bring the curves down a bit. You want to make this kind of S formation like so, and also depending on the image you're gonna have to adjust this, but that's kind of like the little frame you can work off. You can bring it down even more, or you can leave it the same. Sometimes I leave it the same if the image is already kind of dark. Mainly the lights I bring up a lot though. Next thing I'm gonna do is get brightness and contrast, bring the brightness up, contrast up. And a lot of the times when you do all this shit, the skin colors get kind of messed up a bit. Usually it's more kind of like, this isn't even that bad, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get the vibrance, bring the vibrance down a little bit, just to keep the skin color like low, I guess, because a lot of the times it gets really saturated, and that's just something I started doing. What you want to do again is get another gradient map here. This one's inverted for some reason, so we're just gonna reverse it like I said before, and you can figure out what you want to do. Now you could literally go for this if you want, this little black and white, but as you can see, all the adjustments before, they kind of lead up into like a really nice looking cover art. So if you can, yeah, you can just use this if you really want, but if you want some color in it, just add a color, any color you want. Let's just do like green, or we'll do a red. And if you guys are wondering what I did to actually bring that up, is you just want to click down here, anywhere down here, usually towards the white. You want to click here, like if you click towards the dark, it's gonna like kind of mess up. So towards the white, and then just red like so. And you can mess around with these if you want. A lot of the times with images that are kind of dark, mess around with it won't really do much when just black and white. Like when there's a lot of white, like obviously color can't really seep into it, but if you did take away that, you could do that if you want as well. You could do this, and then you could do a darker kind of red down here to kind of create a darker look. So my camera just fucking died. Oh, we'll finish it without the fucking cam, but yeah, this just the gradient map here, and then you can just go to exposure, and you can do this kind of offset look as well. So bring the offset up like a tiny bit, like you don't need that much to actually make a nice effect here. Now the whole idea for this is to kind of like fade it out a bit. If you guys are going for that look, you can definitely get that. You can bring the exposure up too, whatever you guys want. I'm not going to do that for this image, I don't think it looks nice, but what we're going to do now is go underneath all these adjustments. If you guys haven't realized, all of these kind of stack on top of each other. Like if you were to move them around a bit, like it's all going to mess up. So that's why I do in a specific order. So yeah, just try to, you know, get that down. It's more like a habit routine where if you get this down, like you can create cover arts like in seconds if you really want to. If you're not doing much, you can just turn this shit into seconds, like. But yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to the adjustments again, get a solid color, and we're gonna make this a gray. Now it's gonna look red, but you want to just put the gray, like middle gray, and you know it's gonna look gray. Boom. All right. Now what you want to do is go to filter. You want to go to noise, add noise, convert, and then you want to go for about 50, like 40 to 50. That's like the sweet spot I found. You can do less or more. You can change this, you know, depending on what you like. It's all up to you, really. And I like to go for either overlay or soft light, and then you want to just bring the opacity down, and that will give you kind of like a textured look. Now this isn't the only texture we're going to use, but this is, you know, a really good kind of basic texture you can go ahead and do. But yeah, I also like to do like a vignette on these, where you just like kind of add like a black brush around, and then like bring the fill or the opacity down. That's another thing too. If you guys don't like how white something is, like down here it's really white, you can just add like black brushes, and you can just bring the fill down or the opacity, and it will start to like create this effect where it's like a shadow, but it's blended in with the actual adjustments and shit like that. But yeah, so for the actual textures, we're gonna go onto Texture Labs. We're gonna go onto Texture Labs here, and they have a lot of shit on here. It's really fucking sick. You can get hella different styles. I use this. I've been using this for like my entire career on this. Alright, so my favorite is probably like grunge, lens effects here, film. Haven't really done much with any of these except for details. I'm pretty sure that's like halftone textures and shit. Yeah, it's just different type of shit. These could actually be fire for different concepts, but we're not gonna get into that right now. We're just gonna go to film, and we're gonna get one of these. So I'll probably get maybe this one. And you can pick through which one you want, extra large. You know, I don't recommend going for these, or I usually just go for the medium, because you don't really need the 4000 whatever. But whatever one works with your actual image, you know, try and visualize that, and you can just experiment. It doesn't really matter if it's, you know, good or bad, just that, you know, you experiment with it. Alright, so once you drag it in, it's gonna be like small, it's gonna fit the screen. What you want to do is you want to hold Alt, and you want to click on one of these like corners. Any of them works. Just hold Alt and then like drag out, and yeah, you're gonna get this. You kind of want to go for where the texture mainly is, and don't worry that you can't really see it now. You know, you'll see it there, but you just want to go through them. Usually like linear dodge out or maybe overlay works the best. Bring the fill down, and it's important that you bring all of them down, because if you have it up and you put the linear dodge, it's gonna fade out. So that's why, you know, I see a lot of cover arts, and you know, they have textures on it and shit, but it doesn't look right. Like they'll have it like this, maybe bring the fill down or the opacity, and it just doesn't look right. You just want to bring down the texture. You want to bring it down through all these different things. You know, you don't have to bring it all the way down. You can just go through them and see which one looks the best. And usually, you know, I usually just leave it all the way down and I keep it up. Or you can just do overlay, and you see the way where it's like kind of like extreme. I kind of fuck with this, but it's kind of really extreme. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the fill down, and in some areas, you know, like over here, where you know Mr. Yeet isn't visible. You just want to kind of erase it. Now, to erase it without actually like committing to the erase is by getting this layer mask. Now, if you guys are wondering how I got that, I just went down here to this little button right next to the adjustment button. It's a little box with a circle in it. Click that on the layer, and then you just want to change your brush to black and just tap around. Just tap wherever you want it to, you know, be lesser. If that makes any sense. Alright. So yeah, that's really all there is to this. There's not like, you can obviously, you know, go crazy, go bananas with other pictures. This is just kind of like an example of what you guys can do. You know, find different textures, see what works, see what doesn't. I have loads of videos kind of going over how I make shit like from scratch. So yeah, if you guys do want to see all that shit, if you guys do want to check that shit out, you know, you can check that out. And I also, mainly for this, I also have, you know, if you guys are stuck or want more ideas with these adjustments, I do have a whole pack full of adjustments. Let me pull that out for you guys. Alright, so this is the adjustment pack. So yeah, you just open up the folder. This is the CCs. You can use the LUTs as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna drag the image in real quick. I'm just going to show you guys what you can do with it, so I'm just going to put that there. Alright, so the CCs is basically what we had before. It's just about like, I'm pretty sure there's like 40 in this whole pack. There's like 40, 45, something like that. So yeah, you can just go through these. A lot of them are for different kind of images. Like this one's like a really nice black and white. Yeah, that's hard to, yeah, like, you guys can just fucking go crazy with this, especially if you have like proper cover arts like this. This is a test cover I made for Samsung. You guys can watch that video if you want. But yeah, you can get these crazy ass, you know, effects and shit just for, you know, just from this pack. But yeah, if you guys are interested, I'll leave a link down below to actually download it. And yeah, I'm not gonna save it. I'm not gonna save it. Alright, so yeah, that's basically the whole video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys leave a like and let me know what you guys want to see next down below. I'll actually, you know, I'm just gonna be pumping shit out from now on until whenever I feel like stopping, which probably won't be for a while. But I do say that all the time, so I mean, fuck it. Peace.